Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome in here tonight, race fans, to one of the trickiest tracks we will go to. And no, it is not Pocono, Pennsylvania at the Tricky Triangle. It's the other Tricky Triangle here tonight. It is the little triangle at Concord Speedway here tonight for the Danny's Diamond Deals presented by Marty McFly's Flux Capacitor here tonight, which was made out of one of Danny's diamonds. Fun fact of the evening for all you race fans out there, but it is just about time here tonight for the Checkered Flag on Display Short Track Scrambler Series to kick off another one. We talk about this little three-corner track here tonight. Turn 1, you're definitely going to have to slow it down. That little turn 2, that little dog leg, that kink back there, that is pretty much wide open, and these drivers are going to have a hard time back there to navigate that one because that is tricky because you get down on the apron with that left side tire and something might happen to you. So we're going to have to keep a close eye on these drivers here tonight. But as you can see, they're already ready to take the grid. We're running late here, race fans. Let's hit this button, and let's get that starting lineup brought to us by our friends over here tonight at Team 53. Team 53 has all the racing setups here with Red Light Racing on the Short Track Scrambler Series side. Starting on the pole here tonight, you see that driver, and it's TJ Henson. He'll start on the pole. To the outside of him, number 12 of Eric Stout. P number 3 here tonight, car number 2. That'll be Michael Trevarthen with Brian Bianchi in the number 14 Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe entry. Bianchi will start 4th. The Beefy Motorsports number 38 of Brandon Feeney will start from the 5th starting spot here tonight. Well, how about Kuhnman, car number 88? He's back here tonight. He'll start 6th. Dave Bragg in car number 31 will start back into the 7th starting spot here tonight, while Aiden Alvecchio will start back into the 8th starting spot. How about North Carolina's own, the car number 54 of Rex Oil? Kyle Johnson in car number 2 will start into the 10th spot, while the old Granny Hips Walkers and Canes. Checker flag all wide number 13 MA of Joshua Buckley will roll from the 11th starting spot here tonight, and Mike Tashrow, the Racing School number 33, will start back there to the 12th spot. 13th on the call, the Racing School number 21. That'll be Dan the Storm Magnet Butler. That'll be the 21 of Butler starting 13th. Arnold Val's back here tonight, part of that Canadian Invasion number 51 crew. He'll start into the 14th spot. Well, how about the 20-year anniversary? The Checkered Flag All Supply number 30 of Bob Higgins. William Kirk here tonight in car number 9. The driver out of Indiana is back. He'll start into the 16th spot. While the Higgins Hill Racing Checkered Flag Auto Supply Bush Slotte, number 40 of Rob Higgins. He will start right there into the 17th starting spot tonight. 18th will go to the reach for the top, number 70 of Steve McCormick. And the double V, number 53 of Victor Val, will start 19th on the call here tonight. And it looks like we have broke the overlay. We got one of our favorite drivers up there. He is sitting on our screen. TJ Henson broke the overlay. Good job, TJ. See if we can clear that up here. We're ready to go, though. And tonight's race brought to us by Danny over at Danny's Diamond Deals presents the Marty McFly Flux Capacitor 100 here from the Concord Speedway. 100 laps tonight to see who will pick up the Marty McFly's Flux Capacitor Diamond. Here we go. 100 laps. This time out of turn number 4. Green flag is racing at Concord. See if everybody can come back around here on lap number 1. Great move by TJ Henson. He'll control this one. Down to turn number 3 they come. Lap number 1. Going to go to the 62 of TJ Henson, leading his first laps here tonight. So as Henson leads, you see Brandon Feeney back there stacked him up just a little bit. Feeney holding off that number 14. You see the Colony Tire Service Center, Culpeper's Bakery Cafe, Danny's Diamond Deals, number 14 on Brian Bianchi. He's running 5th right now. Battle for the race lead. Here comes Stout. He'll go to the inside. A little boop, a little bop, and one of them going to go around out of 4. That'll be the number 62, TJ Henson. Started on the pole here tonight, and oh boy, we got big problems here on the front straightaway. There is 4 cars stopped down here on the front straightaway. It'll be the 62. You saw TJ Henson go around. Aiden Alvecchione went around. 0-2 of Kyle Johnson also rolling away. Take a look what happened. See, Henson and Trevarthen got together and everybody got on the binders all wadded up down there. Ended up against the inside wall. Right on board. See that big old snorkel. Big old filter on this girl. Arnold picked the wrong way to go. You're supposed to bob, not weave. So it brings out the first caution flag of the evening here tonight, and Danny's Diamond Deals presents the Marty McFly Flux Capacitor. Nobody found a diamond in the rough on that one. Just taking a peek here. Diving and scoring here tonight, giving us a little bit of an issue, but we're ready to go back racing. That is right. I'm trying to count the laps, and I guess it is right. A slow green flag start here tonight at Concord. Looked like Eric Stout may have been sleeping a little bit. Brandon Feeney to the lead, down to the one-hill lead out of turn number 2 also. 2 drivers not able to make it back out onto the raceway here, and that is going to be Aiden Alvecchione, Joshua Buckley up into the wall. Aiden Alvecchione and Kyle Johnson not making it back out. There's the race leaders. That's going to be the battle because here comes Eric Stout. He'll get to the inside here of Brandon Feeney. And it'll be Eric Stout once again leading here tonight at Concord. Feeney to the outside. Maybe a little contact there. See Trevarthen sneak on through Feeney. Look at Bianchi back here. He's running into the 4 spot. Him and Koonman are battling. Down to the inside, that is Dave Bragg. Bragg came into this evening. He is being scored 2nd in the points championship battle. He is 16 points behind Brian Bianchi right now. Both of them having, trouble. TJ Henson in the cookout number 62 has gone around here the second time here tonight. The caution flag has flown at Concord. So he'll roll around the Speedway. We'll get that replay here in just a second. Looks like he'll be able to continue on, and this is what happens here. He was battling just behind the 54 Rexwell, so that was for the 8th position. A little bumper bar contact. It'll send the 62 around. That's the 33 of Mike Tasher that got into the back of that number 62. Take a look back here. Looking back, our checkered flag on display onboard camera here. He just went around. He was looking at the field, but no other contact here. So he will carry on and just tag the back. So coming into the night, we've completed 10 races this season. We talked about Bianchi having the top spot in the points championship right now. It was a close battle between Stout and Bragg to open up this season, and then Brian Bianchi has just been one of those drivers that has continued to kind of have those strong finishes inside the top 5 here. So as he's continued to have those good finishes, it's the reason he's on top of the points championship standings. Talked about the drivers that didn't make it back out onto the raceway. Aiden Alvecchione has made it back out. Kyle Johnson has made it back out, but now Arnold Valls is down on pit road in car number 51. He's not going to be able to make it back out. As you see TJ Henson getting waved around the iRacing.com pace car. He'll tag the back of the field. He will get his lap back. We're ready to go racing once again here tonight in Danny's Diamond Deals. It is the Marty McFly Flux Capacitor night here at Concord. We're 17 in the books here as the iRacing.com pace car is off the racing surface. It looks like 18 drivers out there onto the raceway right now. Green flag back up. Let's see him drag race this one out. A great start that time by Eric Stout. Not good enough, though, because Michael Trevarthen says he's going to go right around the outside, riding on board with the race leader, looking back at the rest of the field, dive it off into 3. Flat to the floor through turn 2 there for your race leader of Michael Trevarthen. Looks like turn 3 is the problem child here tonight as they are a little slippy, a little slidey back here. It's a very fast little triangle track here tonight. See, Dave Bragg was trying to get underneath Brian Bianchi in the number 14, not able to do it though. Everybody has gone single file here after that restart. Trying to log some laps, see if they can work the tires in, work the grooves in here tonight as Michael Trevarthen is the race leader. You saw him take the race lead coming out of turn number 1. Trevarthen coming into the night. He's one of those drivers not running for a championship, but he has picked up 3 wins this season out of the 5 races he has competed in for top 5s. So most of the time when they unload this number 2, they're unloading fast hot rods. Talking about fast hot rods here tonight, there is the Feeney call number 38 of Brandon Feeney. Feeney having a super good run here tonight. He's picked up 2 spots, but the driver that picked up the most spots is the Higgins Hill Racing checkered flag on display number 40 of Rob Higgins. Higgins is the driver that currently is holding the most spots gained. Started back there in the 16th position. He's up inside the top 10. William Kirk and Victor Valls back here, and they're having their own little battle. There's that number 9. You see that black and yellow barred number 9 there of William Kirk. This is Kirk's 3rd race of the season with the series. Rob Higgins having some technical difficulties, it's looking like right now. Monday night, the last 2 Monday nights, actually, he's had an early exit. As this battle continues, Victor going to try to go around the outside. See if he can make it work, and he got a great run that time off of turn 3. We'll see what happens down here. As all for nothing for Victor because the caution lights are on. Bob Higgins, and I think Kyle Johnson may have got into a little bit of a scruffle-tuffle. Let's take a look. There's the 62. The 62 and the 02 made a little contact there, and Bob Higgins actually going to come to a stop. Way to avoid that one for the driver of the number 30 there. Michael Trevarthen and the whole crew, though, having to lock him up as they came around turn 3. They were coming hot and heavy. That's what Bob Higgins saw next to his air cleaner. Hi, how are you? Yeah, just 2 drivers kind of battling in the center of the corner, both cars coming together, and that's what turns around that 0-2 of Kyle Johnson. A couple drivers coming to pit road here. TJ Henson, Rob Higgins is back, it looks like, after a brief internet outage. TJ Henson, though, the driver that started on the pole here tonight in that number 62. You see him right there getting some tires on his number 62. See if he can charge back through the field now, but it started out great here tonight. Fast in practice, fastest in qualifying. And, well, he's back to 15th. So Henson will come back out onto the raceway, but it is Michael Trevarthen, Eric Stout, Brandon Feeney, Brian Bianchi, Dave Bragg, Kuhnman, Taschereau, Boyle, Victor Valls, and Butler. Wonder which one of these drivers would use one of those Danny's diamonds with that Marty McFly Flux Capacitor. I wonder if they'd put them on their modifieds here tonight, or what they would use them for. Wonder if anybody has a DeLorean. Wonder if Danny has a DeLorean. Is that where Danny came up with this? Danny, did you come up with this name because you got a DeLorean? Danny sounds like a kind of guy that I got to hang out with on the weekend. We're going to get this iRacing.com pace car off the racetrack, though, ready to go rack racing. All drivers but Arnold Valls has come back out onto the raceway. Ready to go. It'll be 33 in the books after the third caution flag of the evening here tonight at Concord. Danny's Diamond Deals, presented by Marty McFly's Flux Capacitor, is back. Green flag racing. It's all the outside work for Trevarthen last time. This time Stout gets an actual better restart. They're even through 2. I think this one might go to Stout here. Let's watch it out of 4. Trevarthen runs it high and wide, and it'll be Eric Stout back to the point here tonight. Feeney trying to keep the nose of his number 38 down there and keep Trevarthen from coming down. But, oh, big problems back there. Taschereau, heavy contact. The front right ripped off the 33. That car is mangled. It is toasted here. You see him trying to pull away. The Racing School number 33. The right front dragging, no longer moving on that 33. Not good, as you could hear the plumbers banging away on the undercarriage of that one as that drove past the front straightaway. So the 4th caution flag of the evening flying here tonight. These aren't diamonds flying, these are race cars flying. Looks like Rex Hoyle was on the outside of that 33, and Taschereau trying to come up. We'll see if we have a better angle at that. Oh, nice. Above here. Danny's Diamond Deals gave us a drone for the night. Watch it again here. Let's see. Let's try to see if we slow this one down and really dissect here what happens between these two cars. That's turn 2 right there. And see Rex Hoyle up there. Tashro maybe coming up just a little bit, not realizing that 54 was right there on the quarter panel, and they got hooked together. Up into the wall goes the 33 hard with that right front. You saw it break the right front suspension. That car going to be done here tonight. So the 4th caution flag of the night. Everybody out here tonight, except for 2 drivers. Tash Road down on pit road. Arnold Val's out of tonight's race. He is done here. Looks like Tasher also is being called done. Unfortunate for those drivers, as this is one of the trickiest tracks that we go to, and they found an early exit here tonight. Or see if anybody else is going to have one of those early exits, or if they're going to try and grab that Marty McFly's Flux capacitor from Danny's Diamond Deals. I heard Danny hangs out over at Bar Mackey. Bar Mackey, one of our sponsors just the other week. Definitely going to have to get up to that area. Some great sponsors helping out the series here on Thursday nights. We thank all of the sponsors of Red Light Racing. It's one big family here for these drivers. Well, it'll be all about Stout and Trevarthen back on the front row here, ready to turn them loose out of turn number 3. Good start there by everybody in the first handful of rows. See who can get round who on this restart. Great start by Feeney back there in row number 2. He'll be tucked up underneath Eric Stout. Can he hold it and keep that number 2 of Michael Trevarthen to the outside and pick up second here? Lost a little ground down on turn 1. Trevarthen still. Oh, problems. The 14 of Brian Bianchi turned around. Joshua Buckley airborne up over, and a couple cars that will tear up some suspension parts. See the 14. Culpepper's Bakery and Cafe. Danny's Diamond Deals. Calling Tire and Service Center. Number 14 of Bianchi. He was up inside the top 5. Dave Bragg got him with the bumpers. Going to turn the 14 around. Joshua Buckley ran into him. Dan Butler, Kyle Johnson. Riding on board with Joshua Buckley. Buckley was on the binders, trying to get slowed up, made a little contact there, and then as you can see, we lost the camera. So Joshua Buckley, Kyle Johnson down on pit road now. Dan Butler down on pit road. It's a night of survival here tonight in the Marty McFly's Flux Capacitor night, presented by Danny's Diamond Deals at the Concord Speedway. Drivers who haven't had problems here tonight is a shorter list than the drivers that have had problems. ready to go back racing. Pace car down and off. Give it another whirl down into turn 1 here. See what happens with Trevarthen and Stout. They've been putting on good shows here with these restarts. Closing in on halfway. Stout gonna surge ahead. Trevarthen a little loose that time up out of number 3. Look at Goodman. We haven't talked about Goodman. He's sneaking into the picture here now. Very impressed with Michael Trevarthen able to hold that outside groove. He's going to go straight to the bottom. He saw just a smidgen of an opening down there, and he just took it and went to the bottom in front of Brandon Feeney. Now it's going to leave Dave Bragg back here trying to get underneath Koopman. Bragg trying, not able to do it. Here comes Victor Valls, another one of those Canadian drivers here tonight. There for a while, we were averaging about 7 Canadian drivers in the fields here on Thursday night. Brian Bianchi trying to come back through the field. He went to pit road. He's got fresh tires, and that's probably the perfect time as he just got around the number 70 of Steve McCormick. Just after the halfway point, put tires on and see how far you can climb back through the field. Goodman last time by just set the fastest lap on the race, though. Goodman still following that number 38 of Brandon Feeney. Now Feeney gonna go to the fastest time of the evening, a 15.2. Up, and now Victor Valls. The track's getting faster here tonight. Must be diamond cut tires. Feeney trying to take a peek there. Trevarthen, he almost got crossed up. Must have hit a little bit of a bump out there. Must have found a seam at the BK Paints number 2. Got a little sideways. Try to hang on to her. It looks like that 38 of Feeney is actually quicker than the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. Maybe Trevarthen trying to save a little bit. Rex Hoyle now just took the fastest time here tonight in the Danny's Diamond Deals 100. So the drivers here tonight are showing that these cars have speed. They can do it. Eric Stout hoping that he can just stay out in front here. Stout has already picked up 3 wins on the season himself. He's sitting back in 3rd of the championship standings, 21 points out of the top spot. So who was that? That was Victor Valls back there in that blue machine. There's the blue and white machine. Yeah, close to the wall there, exiting turn number 3. This time he'll stay way far away from it. You can already tell there's one big tire stripe up on the top there, leaving turn number 3. Race leader being hounded, though. Michael Trevarthen all over the rear bars of that number 12. Under 40 to go here tonight. Oh, Goodman gonna send Feeney up the track in turn number 1. He'll lose the 3rd spot. Goodman takes it. Now here comes Bragg. He's down to the inside. So now the running order is Stout, Trevarthen, Goodman, Feeney, Bragg, Valls, Bianchi, Hoyle, Henson, Kirk. Everybody chasing. I'm watching Eric Stout's lap times over the last couple of laps. He's about 1/10 of a second, hovering around 1/10 of a second faster over Michael Trevarthen currently. Bragg all over the back bumper. 3 Canadians in a row, eh? Look at this. Feeney, Bragg, Fowles. Driver's still down on pit road. It looks like Joshua Buckley and Kyle Johnson are on pit road. Tashrose called it a night, and so did Arnold. Aidan Alvecchione's back out there. There you see the 271. He is currently 10 laps down to the race leader when he's out there running into the 15th spot. It's just not been the season for the youngster out of South Carolina. We talked about him finishing in the top 10 in points last season. Ripping off a handful of top 10s, getting a couple top 5s last year. And this season, trouble from the get-go, has missed a couple races already. Just not the year that he thought he was going to come in and have. The battle for the race lead closed up once again. I think these drivers are playing possum with each other. Remember, Stout had a half a second race lead. Now it's cut in half. Last time by, let me take a look here at the line. Stout quickest by 100th of a second. And then Trevarthen closes in at 1. So, I mean, it's give or take each end of the speedway. One of these drivers a little bit faster here. The next one a little bit faster over there. Dave Bragg back here still hounding all over the back of Brandon Feeney. That's the battle again for the 4th and 5th position. So Bragg is faster. Brian Bianchi has rebounded here into the 7th position. So a night that could have went really wrong for the driver of the car number 14. Really hasn't. Dave Bragg, though, to the inside here. And Feeney, they're going to make a little contact. Rub bars. Feeney going to get moved up out of the way. Bragg here tonight has ruffled some feathers, I'm sure. He got into the back of the 14. Now he just got up into Brandon Feeney. Good thing that they live up there in the Canadian region. Those Maple Leaf drivers. You see the big Maple Leaf there on the 31 of Dave Bragg. Feeney has it. Talks about one of the best numbers that we've seen anywhere. And that number 38 with the Maple Leaf put inside the Canadian flag. Or the Canadian colors, at least, of the flag. Absolutely beautiful. I love when I get to see Brandon Feeney's number out there. It's one of the most original. It's a basic number font, but just the inlay of the maple leaf and everything, just absolute beautiful number. Uh-oh, something going wrong out of turn number 3. Out of 3 with 23 to go. The 6th caution flag of the evening will fly as William Kirk gets car number 9 pointed back into the right direction. He lost it off of turn 3. We'll get a replay here in just a couple of moments. A couple of drivers trying to fake each other out going to pit road. They're so sneaky. Take a look here. Let's watch the wise guy, number 9. No, just lost it. Yeah, the 9 just lost it on his own down there in the middle of 3. And around he went. See the race leaders coming up. Such a small track here. Right on board with the number 9 of William Kirk. See him loose out of 2. And then he drove it in, and it just came around. Maybe he was trying to get those those cones right there. Well, it'll be shootout time because it'll be under 20 laps to go. The race leaders did not come to pit road, and I do not expect them to come to pit road here this time by. Stout, Trevarthen, Koondman, Bragg, Vowles, Bianchi, Hoyle, McCormick, Henson, Higgins, and Butler. Looks like Brandon Feeney's down on pit road. He'll put tires on and try to make a late race charge on this one. William Kirk is on pit road. Rob Higgins, Aidan Alvecchione's been to pit road. Joshua Buckley also. Kyle Johnson back out onto the raceway. Spent some time on pit road. He's back out. Multiple laps down behind the race leaders. Should go racing with about 17 to go, possibly maybe 16 here. See if the officials give the thumbs up here this time when they come by. What do you think, race fans? Do you think the 12 of Eric Stout can hang on to this one? What about Michael Trevarthen? Both drivers have led here tonight. Maybe Koondman back there. He'll restart third. Dave Bragg, he's been working his way through the field also. But Victor Valls, 13 spots gained for the driver out of Ontario, Canada. There you see the Jiffy Lube switch tire, number 53. What do you think he's got? Did Brian Bianchi save anything? He'll start third car to the outside. Anything's possible here at this tricky little triangle track. Coming this time. Green flag up, 17 laps left here tonight. And Michael Trevarthen holds it flat to the floor and says, "Here I come." Trevarthen will lead that lap, so Michael Trevarthen now back to the point with just 16 laps to go. Brian Bianchi back here. He'll get around the 53 of Victor Valls. Bianchi back into the top 5 late in this one. Bianchi now all over the back end of that number 31. Remember, he's got fresher tires than these drivers. The problem is the laps are counting down. He's got to go. If he wants to get back to the podium here tonight, he's got to get around that 31. Eric Stout looks like he's not as fast here, firing off on this restart. The 88 of Koondman all over him. There you see the flow of racing entry. Koondman, though, got a little tight that time out of turn number 1. Washed up the speedway a little bit. Michael Trevarthen trying to check out here. 13 laps to go. Who will pick this one up? These drivers back here, they are close-knit racing for that second and third, fourth and fifth position. Then you got Victor Valls back there, and a pass. Here's Brandon Feeney. He came to pit road. He's got fresh tires on that number 38. He's trying to use them. Can't take them with you. It's only 12 to go. Saw Feeney battle inside the top 3 early on in this one, and then the 38. Oh, hang on to a Rex Oil. Oil got sideways in the Collins Tire and Service Center, Culpeper's Bakery and Cafes. Number 54, and Brandon Feeney going to try to go around the outside. Go the long way around if you have to. Remember, he's got the fresher tires. They're going to bang little wheels there. Feeney kind of drifts it wide, but he's got the tire grip, so with 10 laps to go, Feeney, who has fresh tires, is up to the 8th spot now. How far can he climb? Because the laps are going to go quick. There you see the race leader, Michael Trevarthen, has a half a second race lead. And that Bianchi entry all over the back again of Dave Bragg. Trying to get there. He's also got Victor right there breathing down his neck, and a couple drivers back here are going to scatter. That's the 30 of Higgins, and oh boy, Higgins took a big slide. Higgins was trying to get to the inside of Steve McCormick there, make a battle charge there for the top 10. They'll have to regroup and see if he can go back at it. Stout pulling Trevarthen back in here with just 7 laps to go. It'll be 6 to go this time by at the line. Trevarthen, Stout, and Koondman here with 6 laps to go. Uh-oh, Brian Bianchi up against the outside wall out of turn 1. There you see Brian Bianchi pulling away, but that is the cause of the caution flag. What happened exactly? Well, we're all going to have to find out together. Bianchi was running in the 5th position. Looks like he went down in the corner, lifted, and then got jacked up from behind by the number 53 of Victor Valls. Right on board here with the number 14 of Bianchi. Didn't hit anything, so another great save all in all there by the number 14 of Brian Bianchi, but he was up the 5th position. Looked like he was going to have a great rebound day. And now all for naught. Trying to see if we're going to get the one to go here or if we will go into overtime. This might get extended. We might get a little extra racing here tonight on Thursday night. What's better than a Thursday night short track shootout? Well, some extra laps to go along with it. So Trevarthen is the race leader. Then it's Trevarthen, Stout, then Koondman, Bragg, Vals, Feeney, Hoyle, Henson, McCormick, and Bob Higgins. That's how your top 10 look. Then it's Dan Butler, Brian Bianchi, and William Kirk on the lead lap. So yes, we will go to a green-white checker, a little overtime here tonight on Thursday night in Danny's Diamond Deals 100 as they present the Marty McFly Flux Capacitor night. Overtime works here like this. We have 3 attempts at a green-white checker. We'll take the green, we'll come around for a lap, we'll take the white, and then we come back around and take the checkered. If we do not get the white flag, we will line it up for 3 attempts. If we take the white flag, it will mean the first person back to the line will be the winner tonight. Trevarthen going to try it again. He'll take the outside. He's restarted there a handful of times. He's made it work. He's lost the race lead on the outside. And late in this one, you don't know how many chances you're going to get back here tonight to get a chance at the win. So here we go. It'll be Trevarthen to the outside, Stout to the inside. Then it'll be Koondman to the inside, row number 2, with Dave Bragg to the outside of row number 2. Danny's Diamond Deals coming to a close here. The green flag back up here tonight at Concord, and a great start there by Trevarthen, but a great start by Stout. Oh, Trevarthen gets tight. He'll tag the wall out of 1. He tagged the wall. Now they're dead heat racing. They're going to come to the white flag here tonight. The white flag is up tonight, presented by Culpeper's Bakery and Cafe. The battle for the race lead. 1 spinning back there. Victor Val's going to collect a couple of them. We're staying right here with the race lead as it is the final lap here tonight. The battle for the win at Concord to get the Flux Capacitor. Eric Stout will hit 88 gigawatts here tonight. It'll be Stout, Trevarthen, Koondman, Hoyle, Bragg, Feeney, Bianchi will rally back somehow for a 7th place finish, with Butler finishing 8th, Higgins in 9th, and Kirk will finish in 10th. That's how they will come across the line here tonight. There is your unofficial race results on the left-hand side of the screen, as Stout will come here and park it right on the start-finish line here tonight. So with Stout picking up the win here tonight in the Danny's Diamond Deals 100, we'll take a quick break and we'll be back here to talk to your top finishers tonight, because this one was a doozy. Post-race show tonight, all the interviews brought to us by our friends over at the Racing School. So make sure to stay here, stay tuned to listen to the Racing School post-race show tonight here from Concord.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series and work your way up to one of 7 world championships offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Welcome back here, race fans, to the Concord Speedway here tonight in the Danny's Diamond Deals presented by Marty McFly's Flux Capacitor. Talk about one heck of a name. I got to meet this Danny guy, I tell you, race fans, but we'll get more on him a little bit later because it is time for the Racing School post-race show here tonight where it's Stout finishing P number 1. Late in this one, he got around the number 2 of Michael Trevarthen. And, well, he just told me his name, and I already forgot it. So, as Michael Trevarthen would say, it's whatever I'm saying here tonight. Those are your top 3 finishers. Let's head down trackside and hear from all 3 of them here. Let's start things out with the driver that is standing in victory lane with a made-up Flux Capacitor. How about it, Eric Stout? This one tonight, you had to work for because Michael Trevarthen was there. He passed you passed him back, and late in this one, you got the better deal on the restart.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say. It was just really awesome racing up front all night. Honestly, I think Mike was a little better than I was. I had the lead in the middle of the race and sort of stretched it out to almost a half a second, and then he came back, and I think he was better from that point on. But on those restarts, he seemed to like the top, and I was content to take the bottom. Even if he was going to get by me, it sort of limited my damage in terms of spots lost on the restart. So, with 10 to go, I had more or less conceded that Mike was going to win, and would have been well earned. But those late race cautions always seem to sort of throw a wrench into things. So feel pretty lucky to get out of town with a win tonight.
So you pick up the win, you look at the championship, you came in 21 points out of the championship top spot as you followed Bragg and Bianchi. Both of them having decent nights here tonight, but this really going to start to shrink the gap because you look at the races that are left, there's not many left. We have, where do we go? We go to the fairgrounds, we head to Kern, Myrtle Beach, North Wilkesboro, and Stafford. So there's some good tracks left on the schedule, but not very many.
Yeah, the grains of sand are running through the hourglass. I had three pretty tough weeks. One of my own doing, Thompson last week. Just I think a little bit of bad luck, having been out qualified by Allen and then just playing catch up. Basically the entire race, you're at such a disadvantage if you start from the inside there. So that was not a great outcome. So yeah, this is just a good bounce back. Happy to have a clean run, finish one up front, whether it was a win or just a clean race. Happy to be back on the podium.
Well, it's good to see you out here. Have another good run on Thursday night. What do you say we roll this red carpet out? We'll hand you the microphone because you're no stranger to it. And who makes it all possible? Who makes the car go in left-hand turns?
So, quick shout out. Obviously, always start with my family who's watching. I know my mom's watching. She already texted me. My dad, my Aunt Jean, my brother Patrick, and of course my wife and Rosie, my wife Lauren. Shout out to Team 53, Team Watson Racing Setups, AJ, who elected not to race this week, which is kind of funny. He has been joking the 5 races that he's been out here that he's been my bad luck curse. So we played a little experiment tonight, and so I think he might have to stay home the rest of the season. But want to give him a nod as well because he has been helpful all year. And of course, Checkered Flag Auto Supply for keeping the lights on, and Turn 3 Racing Network for putting on a great show every week.
There you hear it. The driver came into the night with 3 wins tonight. He picks up that Flux Capacitor, and, well, he parks it in victory lane. 4th win of the season for the number 12 of Eric Stout. And the man who led the most laps, come up short, though, story of his life, Michael Trevarthen, a 2nd place finish again.
Yeah, it was a good race. Like Stout said, I think I had the car to beat there towards the end. The cautions kept knotting us up. I was more comfortable on the outside in 1 and 2, whether it was a restart or whether it was throughout the race. I felt more comfortable up there. I felt we were saving a little bit more tire up there than hugging the bottom. So Great race overall. Like I said, clean racing up front. A lot of fun, and that's really what matters here. I hope it was great for the fans as well. Yeah.
You talk about fun racing. This is probably I don't want to say the trickiest track. Well, yeah, it is. It's the trickiest track that you come to all year. It's got 3 turns. How do you navigate this track and, well, keep the momentum up?
Especially with these cars that are bogged down a little bit, comparable to some of the other rides that we get around these ovals with. It was really getting it to set down into turn 1. If you really got that to set down into turn 1 just right, you could whip it around 2 and really get some momentum coming into 3. So like I said, that you had to stay consistent at it, and that's really, really hard to do lap after lap, especially around a bunch of cars that are just as fast. So makes it a little bit challenging. I felt a little more comfortable squirting away. I knew I was burning up a little bit more tire that way, but then you could kind of run your own pace, run your own line, and cool the tires back down. It's really hard to do that when you nose to tail with other people.
Well, yeah, pick up another great finish here tonight on Thursday nights. It's been a string on Monday nights and Thursday nights where you've now had some really good hot rods. We look forward to seeing if you can keep that momentum rolling on the speedways here on Mondays and Thursdays. But until we see you the next time, who do you got to give the shout-outs to? I hear the people in the background.
First and foremost, give a shout out to Red Light Racing, what the admins do here. They put on a great league. You in the booth there, Turn 3 Racing Network, we always enjoy watching it. Hope the fans do as well. Eric, Allen, great race tonight. Six Rings Racing's definitely giving us a challenge with Rev Sports this year. Look forward to many more seasons racing with these guys. And give a shout out to the family. My wife, Melinda, my boys, Justin, Brandon, and Jack, and the grandbabies, McKenna and Colt. Y'all have a good one.
There it is. Michael Trevarthen says, y'all have a good one now, and he'll see you next week. He'll finish in P number 2. Let's see if we're getting it right for your race fans. Alan Kundman will finish here tonight in car number 88. He'll finish 3rd. Alan, another great run here. You came onto the scene, and now you have definitely let these drivers know that you are no slouch. You are here to play and battle towards the front of the field.
Yeah, really just here to have fun. Tonight's race was good. I've never really liked this track. Never really ran it a whole lot because I don't like it. But I put some laps in with the setup and got comfortable with it. And once you get into a rhythm, it's pretty fun. So I had a good time tonight.
Where were the tricky spots here tonight in this 3-turn track?
Everywhere for me. Turn 1, you clip the apron and you're going to go around. I clipped it a couple times and almost went around. And then turn 3 it's really finicky getting in there. You have to have like a really fine entry going in there. So I was just making sure I try to hit my marks every lap and take care of the tires at the same time. I know that one long run that we had right before, I think the second to last caution, I wish it had stayed green because I thought I saved my tires enough and thought I had something for Mike and Eric, but unfortunately yellow came out and I wasn't the best on restarts all night at all. So I just tried to keep my calm and come home with a podium finish.
And you do exactly that as you battled out there with Michael Trevarthen. You were able to hold off the rest of the field back there. So on a track that you don't like that much, I would chalk a 3rd place finish up to definitely a great run. Might as well call it a win. But what do you think? We go from this track here tonight, open wheel, modifieds, a 3-turn track. Let's shrink this by about 3 times and let's head to the Nashville Fairgrounds, the mini speedway there, and slap some fenders on it with some street stock racing. How do you feel about going back to some, call it major grassroots racing?
Yes, it's major grassroots for sure. That's one track I've never raced on. I've raced on the big track in Nashville, but not the super short track. And I haven't raced a street stock in probably 3 years. So I'm probably going to go into that race feeling the same way I did with this one. Hopefully we have the same outcome, if not better.
Well, let me tell you, there's an inside pit wall, and there ain't much tires on those street stocks. I just want to let you know they will come around. They're heavy. They're the heaviest thing that we have.
Yeah, I do. I remember 3 years ago when I raced them, they were really tight. Might as well put a dump truck out there. We might as well be racing dump trucks. But I'm looking forward to it. I look forward to Thursday nights with these guys now, and hopefully we put on another good show and have a good outing.
Well, what do you say we give the shout-outs to the people back home?
Yep. Just want to give a shout out to my wife for always putting up with me and letting me off the leash a little bit on Thursday night so I can come do my thing and have a little bit of fun. And my two girls, they keep me on my toes for sure. So, and you for putting this on and all the fans watching. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Hope everybody enjoys the show next week and the week after that.
Well, there you have it. Those are your top 3 finishers here tonight. Gunman finishing there in P number 3. Stout Trevarthen were 1 and 2, and you heard from them already. Who were the drivers that finished just outside the podium? Well, that was Rex Hoyle in car number 54. He'll come back to finish in P number 4, and Dave Bragg will finish into the 5th position. It was a battle tonight of nutrition for a lot of these drivers, but we made it through tonight here in the Danny's Diamond Deals presents the Marty McFly Flux Capacitor night here at the Concord Speedway. Needed a little extra laps here tonight to finish out this one, but it was a good one nonetheless. Next week, now we head to the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, the mini oval. That's right, the inside oval. It is a short track. It is tight. And at one point, they even put dirt on it, but I guess we'll take one element out of it. We won't put dirt on that little mini oval there at Nashville. We will bring the street stocks out for that Switch Tire 100 and see how they do with the fenders on. It's the last time we will have the street stocks out this season, and it's the final race before we take a break for the Christmas and New Year holidays here all around the world. So I can't wait to see what we have in the store just next week at that Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway Mini Oval. I'm excited already for that one. This one was a good one. I'm excited for that one. Every Thursday night seems to be some of the best racing we get to watch on the iRacing.com platform. But for everybody at Danny's Diamond Deals, everybody at the Checkered Flag Auto Supply, and everybody with Red Light Racing, I'm Roger Muth with the Turn 3 Racing Network, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's virtual show from the Concord Speedway. And until we catch you next time, race fans, everybody stay safe, and we'll see you in Turn 3.